Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I want to do a special video, I guess you could say. Someone requested something about Hoshi's spouse. Like, how will that be? And I got like a whole idea of like all of the things that we could ask. For example, what type of married life will they have, or what, if they're even thinking about that right now, what type of person they will end up with, what the public will think of it, and all of that stuff. So because I'm a 17 fan, we're gonna do that. But I actually wanted to start with Red Velvet because, as I told my sisters, I wanted to feel accomplished that I finished a group, since 5 is nothing compared to 13 in that case, right? And I don't know how lengthy this will be, so I guess Red Velvet will be my guinea pig in that sense. And with that, let's get started with Irene and I guess her married life-ish stuff. I had a whole system of like what decks I was going to use and everything, and now I think I forgot. Okay, so the first question we're going to ask is Irene thinking of marriage right now? A simple yes or no question to start off our reading. Let's see. Is she thinking of marriage right now? And the answer is yes. Seems like Irene has started to think about marriage. We have the Six of Swords reversed, of Swords, the Eight of Cups upright, and the Two of Pentacles upright. I feel that she's probably, with the Eight of Cups, there's a chance that, okay, let me see. The Six of Swords reversed tells me that she's probably still thinking about it. She's still in some rocky waters. Things are not stable yet, probably for marriage, but there's a chance that she's probably already thinking of leaving her career. And not, don't be alarmed, not necessarily that she's going to stop working, as much as she's probably starting to think of how she can balance her career and, in this case, marriage. So she's probably already thinking of a partner, or probably trying to settle down in that area of her life. So what I mean with we know the rocky waters that Irene is right now at the moment of this reading. So there's a chance that she's probably already thinking of like, maybe I should think a little bit less about my work and start probably establishing that side of my life, which in this case will be marriage. So yes, Irene has been thinking about marriage. And considering that she's a bit older, there's a chance that she's probably already thinking of settling down in that case. Not that she has to, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people have been asking her, when are you going to settle down? Are you planning on having kids? And probably the people that she's surrounded with are already having kids and getting married and all of that. So all I'm saying is that she's probably already in the environment of getting those questions asked. And with that question down, we have the second question. So we're going to check what type of spouse Irene would like to get. One card to check what type of partner she will get, and then we'll get another card to see what type of spouse Irene actually needs. So let's start with what she will want, and then what she actually needs. Just the energy, something quick and nice and quick. So she wants a dragon. So she wants a strong person, someone that may be a bit cold, but someone that likes to treasures what they have, very protective, very powerful. So it's going to be someone that a lot of people respect, look up to. Could be a business person or very successful in whatever career they have. It's someone that seems to be very serious, and someone that is very mature. I feel someone that is very mature, and I feel that in a way it's going to be someone that a lot of people find very hard to reach, or find almost that a lot of people idolize and admire. That's kind of what it feels like. But the type of partner she actually needs, this is funny. We have a gazelle. So she kind of needs someone that is fiery, probably not as mature as she thinks. What I mean by that is she doesn't need someone that is cold on the exterior. She needs someone that is actually very gentle, very friendly, very careful. So she wants a dragon in the sense that she wants the energy of someone that is very powerful and keeps everything secure. But what she actually needs is someone that is just cautious enough to make sure that they're well off, or they can survive, or so on and so on. And this gazelle tells me that it's someone that she needs someone that is very fiery, very confident, in that case, because we have the fire symbol right here. So that tells me that she needs someone that is grounded, very passionate about their work, potentially work, or it could be just passionate about life, just living the best life that they want, and that they're trying to be the best that they can in their own experience. So she wants someone cold in a way, but I think she needs someone that's a bit more warmer, gentle, and friendly in that case. And with that, we're going to ask what type of spouse she will actually end up getting. If she were to get married, what type of spouse will she get? Oh, 2 cards already fell. You have the Fool. You have the 8 of Pentacles, which I'm not surprised. And 1 more card. We have the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So, with these cards, the Fool tells me that the type of partner she will get is a type of partner that she needs in this case. Because this Gazelle told me that it's the energy of someone that enjoys life, is very passionate, and goes through life doing what they love. And this Fool card tells me that she's going to end up marrying someone that is very, that trusts. This person will trust what life has to bring to them and offer to this person. And this person will be someone that she can have fun with and enjoy life with. A lot of new beginnings, I feel. Someone that is able to live life. Again, all of that orange tells me that someone is very passionate, but not only that, it's someone that knows how to communicate properly. So that's where the mature, gentle side will be shown to Irene. Someone that knows how to communicate properly. This 8 of Pentacles was what made me think I'm not surprised. Both cards told me that it was someone that will be very passionate about their work, and this 8 of Pentacles is basically that, work. It could be a teacher or a student type of energy, so someone that is teaching other people how to do something, or someone that is working hard to learn new skills. And in this case, the 8 of Pentacles could also mean someone that is working very hard in their career, or their work, right? So in this case, I feel that she's gonna get a spouse, or she will marry someone that is very career orientated. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles reversed, which all of that orange and yellow that we see on both the dragon and the gazelle tells me that she's going to pick someone that is actually very impatient. So in a way, someone that is an equal to her in that sense. Someone that just can't wait to get things done. So they work very hard to make their dreams come true. They work very hard to achieve their goals because they just can't wait for things to calm down and just work again. They just do in that case. So in a way, she's going to be with someone that is very similar to her. And now we're going to ask what type of partner Irene will be. So what type of wifey is Irene going to be like? So we're going to take out 3 cards to see what Irene's going to be like. We have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands. Temperance reverse. And the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands, we have Aries energy. Again, this deck has the woman and the men reversed. So the Queen of Wands is actually Aries. So this tells me that Irene is just going to be herself as a wife, which if I put it that way, it's kind of obvious. That makes sense. Of course, she's going to be herself as a wife. But we have a lot of fire energy. So she's going to be very passionate, again, this sense of impatience is going to be there. This Queen of Wands tells me that she will probably have a lot of struggles to balance and find that middle ground with her partner in the sense of her fire energy, because this person also has fire. So I feel like Irene or her partner or her spouse in this case will just kind of clash because of how fiery they both are. So there will be a lot of disagreements, and it will be kind of difficult for them to find that middle ground at first, I feel. And if not, they kind of just enjoy all of that banter and all the bickering that they have because of how they are. The Empress reverse tells me that there's another Aries card now that I think about it. So there's a lot of Aries energy. So and then we have the Ace of Wands. So there's a lot of new beginnings that I feel with both people in this case. So Irene has this energy of new beginnings, taking action in new things, probably following what she's passionate about, starting new projects in that case, taking action towards something. So I have a feeling that what we're feeling right now is, if Irene were to just marry once, then this is what we're seeing, her first marriage. But if she were to marry multiple times because we never know what life has to bring, then there's a chance that we're still seeing the first one anyway. I don't know. I kind of felt like I had to mention that. But there's a lot of beginnings. So I have a feeling that there's a lot of work in progress that has to be done in this connection and in this partnership. It's not going to be easy, of course, but I feel that there's a lot of difficulties, but because her Aries energy is reversed, so that tells me that she has a lot of energy of wanting to take action, following her passions and doing what she wants. But it's going to be difficult because she's not using the mature Aries energy of someone that is working hard to just follow what they're passionate about. But my brain just went somewhere else. I don't even know what I was saying. What I'm trying to say is that the Aries energy is reversed, so there's no stability in the sense that she's using just full passion, fire, and could be very reckless and very childish in a way. And what I mean childish is that Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so they tend to be like the babies in that case, and is very young energy, so it's people that could end up being very reckless, so they take action without thinking much of the consequences, and because of that they have to be paid. So all of this reverse energy tells me that she has a lot of work to do as a wife, a lot of fights and a lot of stability that she has to find and center herself with. But with all the Pentacles energy we have with her partner, I have a feeling that she's gonna have someone that will be able to help her get more stable and grounded because of all the earth energy that this person carries with them, which will benefit her full-on fire energy. And with that, we will go to the fourth question, which is what kind of married life they will have. Which, now that I'm looking, I'm thinking, what cards am I going to use for this? Let's see, what type of married life will they have? I'll take an oracle card for that. Let's take this card. So let's see, what kind of married life will Irene have with her partner? We have the moon. I'll just put the moon. So she's gonna have a type of partnership where she's very emotionally connected with this person. The married life that they have is gonna be a lot of emotional support, stability, and security. There's a lot of motherly energy, so they're gonna take very good care of each other. They're going to be very mature in the sense that they will be learning a lot from each other. I think that this person is very grounded. Like, they take action and they may seem like a fool, but Irene's spouse is actually someone that just trusts that life is there to help them. So they're not alone. They're going through life and they're doing stuff in a way that they're okay, if that makes sense. But I feel this person will teach Irene a lot of like how to ground herself, how to not be reckless, take fiery action, but not to the point where it can hurt her, if that makes sense. And that moon card tells me that they're going to connect a lot emotionally, so they're probably very similar in a way. Let's see. Let me take another card to see more about their married life. So they're connected in the emotional side. So a lot of emotions. And then we have new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. So there's a lot of balance in this relationship. There's a lot of communication seems to be very clear. And I think it's because of Irene's spouse. It seems to have someone that is going to be able to clearly understand her fiery energy and work with that. So they will be able to balance each other very well in that case. And because of all the pentacles, I have a feeling that her spouse is going to be someone that is actually very grounded. So the energy of this person could be a bit slow. They could feel like they're reckless, but maybe to Irene's eyes, they're actually very slow. They take action very slowly because of how cautious they are. And if that's the case, then they will probably balance each other out. So there's so maybe Irene's spouse can lose some fear and take action more frequently than if they just looked and analyzed at everything before taking a step forward. And with that, we go with the last question, which is, how will the public react to the news of Irene getting married? We have the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and we have the Knight of Swords. So I think that when the news comes out, a lot of people are going to be kind of surprised at how randomly the news came out. They're probably going to wonder what is going on, what's happening. They're probably going to be also wondering. It's going to feel very, very fast for people. So I think, if anything, people are going to know about them. They're going to get the news out of nowhere. I don't think many people have seen this coming. However, a lot of people are going to be very happy and grateful that Irene has found the person that fits her the best, if you want to put it that way, or someone that is a good match to her. Because we have a King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So we have the King and the Queen together, so that already shows that it is someone that she has to be, not has to as in like life is forcing her to be with this person, more as in like this is the ideal person that life was wishing to bring to her, if you want to put it that way. So this King and Queen tells me that, again, water. We have 2 cups. So that tells me that it's all about the emotions. We have Cancer and Scorpio energy, so there's a lot of passion, not only in the fiery sense, but there's a lot in the emotional sense. So they're highly connected at an emotional level. And I think that because of that, it will be probably the main reason as to why Irene decided to marry this person, or why this person decided to marry Irene. So if that makes sense, the news is going to come out of nowhere because we have this Gemini energy. So I hear a lot of gossiping, if that makes sense. A lot of people like talking like ear to ear, like, oh, do you hear this and that? Do you hear this and that? Way before articles actually come out to talk about it. Or if not, it's going to be very big in social media, which I'm not surprised. Irene is very popular, very famous, and very well known. So I'm not surprised that people will quickly start talking about it and be like, oh, do you know that she's going to get married? Da 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 da. But I do feel that a lot of people are going to feel a lot of good things, right? Let me see. We have air, water, and then water. So a lot of communication between people. A lot of people are going to talk about this, but it seems like it's a lot of good news. A lot of people are going to see this as beneficial for her, good for her, and again, they're going to feel like she had picked a person that is an equal to her, or someone that many people see like, oh yeah, Irene deserves someone like this person. Like, this is a good person that she could be with. And with that, I hope you liked it. Let's go on to the next person. Let's see, has Seulgi been thinking about marriage right now? She had 5 days to be lazy, and we have the 8 of Cups again. Is this my energy being like, yes, they want to get married? Oh, never mind, we got different cards. Because we just did Irene's and she got the 8 of Cups. And then Seulgi, she also has the 8 of Cups. Are they all getting the whole thing of like, leave your job and get married? Woo! Maybe they all had a talk, and I'm going to get the 8 of Cups and all of the red velvet ones. Who knows? Okay, so is Seulgi thinking about marriage? Yes. I'm not surprised. We have the 8 of Cups, then we have the Page of Cups reversed, and then we have Death. So yes, she's thinking about marriage, and I think Seulgi made it like a whole 10-year plan of her, the next 10 years, because she has already achieved and completed the previous 10 years. So this tells me that Seulgi has already planned the type of person she wants, how it's going to be. She's probably already thinking how this person is going to change her life and transform her, not only as a person, but also as her life in general. This 8 of Cups tells me that she's probably already trying to think a bit less about something. She's leaving behind something that is not really serving her. Usually the 8 of Cups talks about that, leaving something that is not emotionally satisfying you so you can go forward towards something that does. And in this case, it kind of feels like, to Seulgi, it has always been, to me, it feels like Seulgi has always wanted to get married and have that type of romance, that beautiful romantic relationship type of energy. I guess that's what I'm feeling. But with her, it feels like she has been focusing a lot with her career, which, I'm not surprised. When we did her reading, we got a lot of cardinal signs and energies. So that tells me that with her, it's all about her careers, her goals. Those are like always on the front line, and then everything else kind of comes later. I also feel like she's not forcing anything. So if a romantic partner hasn't approached her to a point that she's like, yeah, I'll marry this person, then yeah, she's not going to force it. but she probably thinks about it. We have the Page of Cups reversed, so that tells me that she hasn't gotten that message of love. Like, she hasn't gotten a person that is like, hey, I'll marry you, or she hasn't seen anyone that seems like a potential spouse, partner, or anything of that case. So if that's the case, she's thinking about she's thinking of marriage, but she probably doesn't have a person for that yet. But we'll dig into that energy and see what we get. And the Death card, as I mentioned, it talks about rebirth, so she probably wants someone that changes her life. And let's hope that this someone is someone that changes it for good. Because death and transformation, it could be a lot of beautiful lessons. It could be a lot of loving lessons that someone's teaching you, like how to take care of yourself, how to love yourself, and all of that. As much as it could be someone that shows you all of the things you don't want to see, and because of that, you change. So let's hope that she finds someone that does it in a very loving and caring way, rather than someone that kind of destroys all of that foundation that she has so she can make a new one, right? This Death card could be good and bad. Change is change, so we don't know how good or bad that could be. I always think that change is going to be for the better, but we don't know how the process of that change will be like. So now we're going to ask what type of spouse does Seulgi want, and the one that she needs as well. So one card, the one that she wants. Let's see what type of partner what spouse does Seulgi need. Ooh, the struggle to get that one. I don't know, I struggle to get that card up. Okay, so the type of partner that she wants, we have a cosmic egg. With Irene, we also had one that has a little circle, so that tells me that all of these girls so far, they are dreaming about a very good partner, which continue doing that, continue wanting something good for yourself. But for Seulgi, I feel like she wants a partner that is going to hatch with her, if that makes sense. She wants someone that will grow with her. She wants someone that is very artsy. I feel that it's someone that is very artsy, yet someone that is very knowledgeable. I feel like this snake brings a bit of knowledge, but there's also like this darkness of, she wants like a mysterious person, or she wants someone with lots of depth in them, or someone that looks very cool. Maybe that's the energy that I'm getting. But it also feels like, again, she wants someone that is artsy, but it feels to me like she wants someone that will become a lot greater when this person is with her. So, you know, the hopeless romantic in Seulgi is, I want to change this person for the better. But I mean, that's what she wants. But let's see what she's going to get. All of this cosmic energy tells me that she wants someone, she's very dreamy, she wants someone good. Oh, and what will she get? She's gonna get someone that mirrors her. This swan energy tells me that yes, what she needs is someone that is going to transform her, which is, it seems like that's something that she's looking forward in her married life anyway, with that Death card. However, we have a lot of birds in this, and by a lot I mean like 2 cards. But with this swan card, it tells me that what she needs is someone that is emotionally stable, spiritually also very stable, and someone that is also very creative. All of that blue, yellow, and green tells me that it's someone that is very confident, knows how to communicate properly, and it's also someone that works from the heart space. Someone very caring, very loving, very gentle as well. But I feel that what she needs is someone that is very elegant. Someone that is able to balance themselves very well, someone that is able to reflect very well. And by reflect, I mean someone that is able to acknowledge their mistakes and learn from them, or someone that is able to see other people and learn from them as well. So I feel that she's going to get what she wants, but it's going to be a little bit less dreamy, if you want to put it that way. Because I think that what Seulgi wants is something a little bit more idealistic, but what she's going to get is the realism of it. And I feel like she's going to get someone that is a little bit heavy, maybe someone that gets very deep into their thoughts and their emotions, which could be a little bit difficult for Seulgi to like bring back to earth, I guess you could say. But with all of that aside, let's see what type of spouse Seulgi will actually end up getting. 3 cards to see what type of spouse will Seulgi get. Oh, we got the 3 already. So someone that knows exactly what they want. They just kind of threw me 3 cards. They were like, you want 3? Boom, 3 cards. So the type of spouse that Seulgi will get is the 4 of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Tower. So remember how I mentioned about, that Seulgi wants a partnership or a marriage where there's a lot of transformations and changes? She's going to get that. The type of spouse that she's getting is someone with Tower energy, so Mars energy, so someone that is very driven, because we have the King of Wands, so that's Aries energy with Mars, and then there's a lot of wands in here, so someone that is very passionate, someone that is very driven, yet grounded somehow. The 4 of Wands tells me that the person that Seulgi is going to end up getting as a spouse is going to be someone that is going to bring her home, someone that's going to bring her stability, someone that's going to bring her the comfort of family. As you see these 2 bunnies work, like being together and enclosed in a little circle, they're going to support each other and help each other a lot. And to me, with Irene, we got more of like an emotional type of support, but with Seulgi, I feel that it's more of an earthy type of support. So let's say CEO Seulgi is thinking about her company and it's like, oh, what's the next move? This person is going to be someone that will be there for her and be like helping her think through things a bit deeper, make sure that she is taking all of the precautions in her next actions, very practical yet fiery. So someone that's going to help her think carefully of her next steps and the next action that she's planning on taking. So it's someone that is a bit more earthy, even though I'm not getting any earth cards. Earth cards, no pentacles, right? But this wands tells me that it's someone that will focus a lot of his energy. I already said his. So he's gonna get someone that is going to focus a lot of their energy on her. And this King of Wands tells me that it's going to be someone a lot of people look up to. It's going to be someone that has the energy of someone that people just want to follow, if that makes sense. But follow in the sense of like, you can tell that this person knows what they're doing. You can tell that this person has power. And you can tell this person is very confident. And I feel that when this person speaks, if they are in the energy that they're supposed to be, a lot of people are going to be like, this person, he knows what he's doing. So a lot of respect in that case. And that Tower card tells me that not only is he going to be bringing a lot of Tower moments to Seulgi, since there's a lot of transformation that seems to be part of their connection. I mean, I think there's a lot of transformation that happens in the connection because of the energy of the spouse that Seulgi needs. She needs someone that is constantly reflecting on themselves, constantly trying to improve themselves, constantly being aware of how they feel to become better and improve. So there's a lot of self-criticism here, but I feel that it comes off a little bit as a lot more successful than, rather than being like self-pitying in a case, it's more about self-improvement. So it's like a healthy way of self-criticizing themselves. So I'm glad for that. But this Tower tells me that this person is probably someone that destroys the weakest of foundations on pretty much anyone. So if you encounter this person and they see that they can easily see your weak points, and I feel that they're not gonna be afraid to just break your foundation. If you have your what is it called, your rose-colored sunglasses on, this person's gonna break them and be like, this is a reality and you have to face it. I mean, I think that's why people respect this person in a sense, because the things that they talk about and preach in a way is gonna be something that they do for themselves. So a lot of people are gonna be like, see, it works for them, it might work for me, that kind of idea, mentality. Well, let's move on. I kind of went on that one. So let's see, what type of spouse? What was the card? Oh, this one's. So okay, let's see, what type of wifey will Seulgi be? Oh my. So we have the Princess of Cups. Another card fell. The King of Cups. Reverse. And one more. Let's get one more. So it seems like Seulgi is gonna be. Oh. And the Priest reverse. Wow, so that's a lot of water energy from Seulgi. So I think Seulgi's gonna just open up emotionally to this person like you guys don't even know. I think that we tend to get we usually see Seulgi in I see Seulgi more of her airy or earthy type of energy, so someone that's working hard. So I guess there's many times that Seulgi kind of just breaks down emotionally, not in a bad way, but it's kind of like she allows the doors of her emotions to be exposed to the world. I think she's not afraid of that. So if that's the case, I feel that she's going to be, as a wife, Seulgi's going to be someone that is, we have the Princess of Cups, so that tells me that she's going to be very open about how she feels with this person. She's going to, I don't know if she's going to tell the whole world about how she feels about, she will. Who am I kidding? She's gonna be telling everyone how nice, and she's a hopeless romantic. She's unconsciously she will brag about it and be like, so guess what, guys, my person is like the best person in the world. That's kind of the energy that I feel. And with this King of Cups reversed, I'm getting that she's going to show more of her feminine and motherly side, I guess you could put it. She's going to be more in tune with her emotions because we have the priest. So in this case, it will be the moon energy. So we have Scorpio, water, and then moon energy. So very intense. Again, death is also a Scorpio card. So a lot of intense emotions in this connection. A lot of death and rebirth in this energy. She's going to be with someone that is, this person is always looking to transform and change, and Seulgi is going to be the type of wife that will be in tuned emotionally to this person, that I think she will also change and transform with them. We have a dragon, we have water and bubbles. Let's see, what was my knowledge? I feel that she's going to learn a lot from her partner, because I'm kind of getting like her partner is going to give her knowledge or ways of how to go through with life. It feels like she's going to open up emotionally to this person, and this person's going to teach her all of the things that they have to offer. And in a way, I think that's good. There's like an exchange of energy. I feel like this person is pretty grounded, but maybe they're not that in tune with their emotions. As we can see, this person needs to reflect, so there's a chance that she's going to bring that to this person. And with that, let's go on to the next one. Let's see, what kind of married life would Seulgi have with this person, with her spouse? We have Taurus energy, so very grounded, very safe, very healthy, I guess you could say. I'm getting a lot of like eating together, enjoying life, going through a lot of confidence, luxury, going through luxury, Venus energy of just enjoying life, being happy, being content with life, all of that energy of just being happy and enjoying life. I mean, Taurus is the ruler of the second house, which is all about what we value in life. So I think both of them will value their marriage a lot, and it's going to be very important for them. Seulgi in a more emotional way, as we have cups and cups over cups, and with her spouse is going to be more about grounded, this is what I want, more earthy, trying to provide for the person, and all of that. Let's see another card. We have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. So take time to breathe out tells me that right now Seulgi has to concentrate on some other stuff, because it's gonna take some time for her partner to come in and be like, marry me, or for her to be like, you marry me. Right? Like, I think it's gonna take some time. I think she needs to concentrate more on her own transformations before she can go on to a partner. And lastly, we have, how will the public react to the news of Seulgi getting married? Let's see. How will they react? Oh, we have 3 major arcana. This is big, guys. This is some big news. We have the moon, we have judgment reversed, and the high priestess reversed. We have the moon, we have judgment reversed, and the high priestess reversed, which tells me that a lot of people will not want to see this new side of Seulgi. We have a High Priestess here, but again, in this deck, all the men and the women are reversed, so so on, so on. So the Judgment reverse also tells me that a lot of people will not want to see the good and the bad of this relationship. A lot of people will be confused because of the Moon card. A lot of people are not really going to be... I don't feel like people are going to be very happy with this one. I do feel like a lot of people are going to be commenting on Seulgi's marriage news as something very bad, even though I don't think it's bad. I think that she's going to be with someone that a lot of people... that it's kind of like a very polarizing person. Either people are going to love this person or people are going to hate this person. Like, it feels like a lot of people will be okay with the type of energy Seulgi's partner carries, which is someone that is always looking at ways of improving themselves, always looking at ways to transform themselves. But other people are going to see it in a bad way as oh, this person is always going through an issue, always going through a problem, like they're not okay, like why would we want someone like that for Seulgi, and so on, so on. So I don't think a lot of people are going to be very happy with her relationship. Not a lot of people are going to approve of it, and so on, so on. Again, it feels like a lot of people are not going to want to see Seulgi's new side as a wife, which is a bit more emotional, more feminine, and a bit more, I guess, wifey material. But all of Seulgi's fangirls are going to be upset, I feel. So yeah, I'll leave that there. And with that, let's go on to Wendy. So let's see. Is Wendy thinking about marriage? I have a feeling that there's a chance she will not, considering that she already said no to people. She's not ready for marriage. Well, just because she said she's not ready, it doesn't mean that she's not thinking about it. So anyway, is Wendy thinking about marriage right now? If everything looks a bit different, it's because I recorded this days after the other two members. So we have Ace of Swords reversed. So yeah, I was too busy editing the NCT one, and I still kind of feel like crap. So just letting you know. Wait. Oh. So is Wendy thinking of marriage? Yes. We have the Ace of Swords reversed, and then the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups upright. So 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. I think the way that she's thinking about marriage is that she wants to get into that when she's emotionally fulfilled and when she is in a stable place for herself, physically or materially. The Ace of Swords reverse tells me that she's not ready to communicate with someone in a way that it requires for a partnership or for a marriage, so it can not be helpful. What is it? So it's successful and that it works. Oops, I just moved the camera. But the Nine of Pentacles usually means someone that is living very well off on their own. They have worked hard and they have probably enough money and materials to sustain themselves, and they're in their own paradise. And usually the next step from the Nine of Pentacles is the Ten of Pentacles, and usually that one shows a whole family that is very happy and well off. So in this case, it tells me that she's not ready to take that Ten of Pentacles yet. So she's not ready to materialize a married life or a family like that. However, the Ten of Cups tells me that at least what she's looking forward in marriage is that emotional connection you have with someone. And I have a feeling that she's working hard in a way to be at the level that she wants to be for marriage, if that makes sense. I think that before she gets married or before she starts considering someone for marriage, she will want to be in a stable emotional state so she can go from this solitude of okay, being happy and materially well off, and then go to be emotionally satisfied in that case. Now, okay, we have what type of spouse will Wendy want and what will she need. So first off, the type of spouse that Wendy wants. Wait. So what she wants, what she needs. Let's see. So what she wants is a sea serpent. So far, Irene, Seulgi, and Wendy have wanted like a spiritual card. That little circle is a spirit animal. Not a spirit animal, but an animal that is technically not real. I'm gonna put it that way. So the sea serpent tells me that she wants someone that she can communicate well with, someone that probably has a very good way of speaking, probably a good storyteller. The sea serpent also tells me that she wants someone that is very wise, very knowledgeable, and also she desires someone that protects her a lot. The sea serpent in this case is infinitely going around and protecting this eye looking thing from the outside world. So I have a feeling that she wants someone that will protect her from her emotions in a way, or protect her from maybe the emotional baggage she gets from being around other people. It also seems, if you want to put it with this 10 of Cups, she wants someone that when she's married to them will be okay swimming with her in the depths of her emotions, or someone that will make her feel good about feeling the way that she feels about anything in life. I do have a feeling that Wendy struggles a lot to connect with her emotions, and if that's the case, it makes sense why she wants someone that will both protect her and go with her in those depths of her emotions, her intuition, and her creativity. And in this case, it looks like an eye, so it's probably someone that is spiritually aware or has a third eye that is open, and she wants someone that can communicate that with her very well. But that's what she wants. Let's start looking at what she needs. She needs an oyster. So what that means to me is that she needs someone that has a hard shell around them. Someone that is very tough on the exterior. Not necessarily your typical bad boy, not at all. It's just someone that... She needs someone that is a hermit, if you want to put it that way. So someone that keeps to themselves and is usually to themselves. That oyster, it's also water. So she's not too off from... She wants someone that is very watery in a sense, even though the sea serpent is not necessarily water. It's a chakra, which right now I don't really remember which one it is. And this oyster tells me that she wants someone that has a hard shell, someone that probably has a lot of experiences that has shaped who they are, or at least that they acknowledge the experiences in the life that they have gone through that has made them the person that they are today. Seems like she needs someone that is shining bright, but it feels like it's someone that it's kind of like a raw diamond. It feels like what she needs is someone that just shines for her, or it's someone that kind of keeps to themselves. So the only person that can like see her spouse for what they are is Wendy, if that makes sense. Because we have all like the light inside of the oyster, so it's someone that maybe on the outside they look a bit rough, they don't look that well, but then when you get into the inside of them, who they really are, and they kind of like open up, then that's the type of person that she needs. Someone that will slowly open up to her. I think if they opened up too quickly to her, she'll probably be overwhelmed and scared because of that Ace of Swords reverse. Communication is still not a thing with her. So the third one is, what type of spouse will Wendy get? Let's see if I remember what deck I used for each one. I'm telling you, I recorded the first part of it like a couple days ago, so I don't remember that well. Okay, one card. We have the Tower of Reverse. So probably someone that has finished their tower moments. I don't think she can deal with more problems than the one she already is going through. So whoever she is with is someone that is, one, not afraid of having to recreate themselves, if you want to put it that way, or someone that is not afraid of, or someone that has all of their tower moments resolved. And the tower moment is usually an extreme change of foundation, starting to work from the inside out and solving all issues that have to be solved, so you have a stronger foundation to move forward with. And it could be personality, it could be a physical thing, it could be emotions, whatever the person has to work with. And we have all the cards reversed, so maybe this person is not in that energy yet, or maybe, I mean, some of them are good reversed, I guess. Except the Ace of Pentacles. That's not a good card reversed. So usually the Ace of Pentacles is starting a new long-lasting relationship. So there's a chance that maybe this person is also not there yet, or the spouse that she's looking for is going to be someone that may be a little bit stingy, or someone that has a very hard time starting new projects or manifesting those projects physically. Because usually the Ace of Pentacles is someone that could be starting work, or a project of any sort that is physical material. So it's not a thought, it's not necessarily creative, it's just, I guess you could say, work or money. Something that could bring in money or something that is meant to be physically done. So with the fact that these Ace of Pentacles is reversed tells me that maybe this person struggles a little bit with starting new projects or finds it kind of difficult to start long-lasting relationships or commitments. So if that's the case, her not being ready helps, because this person seems to not be ready either. We have the Seven of Swords reversed, so that tells me that Wendy wants someone that is pretty loyal, because usually to me the Seven of Swords means betrayal, even though that's not necessarily the case. So the fact that it's reversed tells me that this person is a very loyal person, probably someone that just has eyes for Wendy. Her spouse seems to be someone that may be a little bit too overprotective. I don't think this is necessarily bad, because with this sea serpent, that shows me that that's something Wendy wants anyway, even though that's not necessarily something she needs. So yeah, that seems to be a little bit about the spouse. Yeah, it seems like Wendy's person is struggling a little bit right now. And then we have, I'm looking at like what I have. So what type of married life will Wendy and her spouse have? What cards do I use for that? Oh wait, no, we're number 3. So what type of spouse will Wendy be? Damn, it's been a while. So I was like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so Wendy we have the King of Wands, so Leo energy. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. Oh, I need one more card. Let's see how this works. And we have the Star that almost flips reversed. So that tells me that Wendy is also pretty blocked. We have a lot of reversals. But with her, not all of them are bad either. So, whoops. I'm sorry. Wendy's spouse, I just moved you. So the King of Wands reversed tells me that Wendy will be someone that will pretend to be like the man in the relationship, the one that has the power and the strength, but in reality, I don't think she has that power, because the King of Wands reverse tells me that she wants to be the one taking the initiative. She wants to be the one that takes the first steps. She wants to be the romantic one, the confident one. But I have a feeling that with her partner, she's going to realize that she's not reaching those full potentials, because I think that's what she aims to be, but she's not there yet. I do think that it will take her a while. Wendy is a bit too sensitive, so I do think that it's very easy for her to put herself down, and because of that, it gets in the way of her confidence and gets in the way of wanting to take action, because there's a lack of confidence. So there's a lot of hesitation from Wendy's part, and that tells me that she wants to be a very loving wife. She wants to be a very she wants to jump to the action and do things first, but I do think that it will be difficult for her. I don't think she's in that energy. I have a feeling that she struggles to see the beauty that she has in herself, so Wendy may have difficulty seeing how good of a wife she is, or how good of a partner she is to her spouse. So if that's the case, that's something she's struggling with. The Nine of Wands reverse is actually a pretty good card that tells me that as a wife, Wendy will be very open to her partner, which I think we kind of saw with the Ten of Cups. She wants to open up emotionally to this person. So I do think that Wendy will take the steps to open up emotionally to this person and show who she really is and how she feels, even if it's not good, even if it's not pretty. She wants to show all of the parts of herself to her partner, because she wants to kind of come clean, if you want to put it that way. She wants to be like, this is the person that I am, take it or leave it. And I think that will explain why there's a Tower moment reversed with her spouse. That shows that this person will not mind changing themselves to fit and be in that middle ground for Wendy, so like that they can meet halfway. And then we have the Star, which almost came reversed, so that tells me that Wendy has a lot of hopes that things will be beautiful, will be good, that all of her prayers will be met. So I have a feeling that she is constantly thinking about marriage, but she doesn't want to say that she is, or she probably doesn't admit to herself that she's thinking about marriage. Again, just because she's thinking about marriage does not mean that she wants to get married. I'm just saying, I do feel that that Star tells me that she wants to believe and dream again. And and that's the type of wife she wants to be. She wants to be a partner that has dreams and wishes, and things will become true and real, right? But the star tells me that she may have difficulties seeing that her prayers will be answered. She struggles to think that things will come out good. She seems to struggle a little bit to see that what she wishes for can be real. So I guess Wendy's struggling with the laws of manifestation and the laws of attraction, right? Like, she's struggling to bring her partner to her, because whatever she's looking for and whatever she needs will meet halfway, and she will find that person even if she thinks it's impossible. So with that, let's get the energy of what type of married life Wendy will have with her spouse. So we have Taurus, which I believe was the same card that Seulgi got. So that tells me that she wants a very loyal person, which seems like she will get. Seems like in her marriage, both of them will be very loyal, very caring, very stubborn, because we have Leo and Taurus right here, and then we have Mars. So I think there will be a lot of clashing of heads between Wendy and her partner. The Taurus card also tells me that they will cook a lot for each other, or at least one of them will cook for the other, and that will be kind of like their love language. So one of two things: one person will cook and the other person will enjoy the food, and vice versa. I also think that Wendy's spouse will probably cook for Wendy and Wendy will like it, and that is a way that they strengthen their connection. So I think food is it's an important thing. So he will be good if Wendy marries a chef, or if she marries not a food critic, but someone that enjoys food. No, if it's a food critic, I think Wendy will not be able to deal with someone like that. She's already too hard on herself. The last thing she needs is someone that makes it worse for her. Let's see, what type of married life will she have? So that Taurus card also tells me that they will both be they will work hard to teach each other what it means to be themselves. Similar, I think, to Seulgi's partner, right? Like, her relationship with her partner is of constantly helping each other heal and improve, and I think that with Wendy is the same thing. But I do think that it will be Wendy's gonna clash heads with her partner in the sense of words, and I think with Seulgi it's going to be more of actions. A lot of times they will be like, they see things so differently that they have to come to a physical middle ground. And with Wendy's partner, Wendy has to work hard in communicating that properly, because I think Wendy struggles communicating and her partner struggles to manifest that physically. So yeah, they seem to be working on different planes in that case. And have faith in your dreams. So what I was talking about in the star card that Wendy had was that she wants a partner that she's praying for, a partner, but she may struggle to believe that it's going to happen and it's going to be real. So the fact that she got have faith in your dreams, it tells me that her marriage life will show, at least Wendy, that dreams come true. Dreams come true. I'm sorry, Jade, I did not sing your song. So, wait, I was not ready. A card fell, but I was not ready for that one. So with have faith in your dreams, I have a feeling that, again, as I mentioned, Wendy, in her marriage, you will see that anything is possible, everything can happen. So, again, I didn't talk about this, but that makes sense. We have the King of Wands reversed for Wendy as a wife, so that tells me that her married life is going to teach her how to be more optimistic and happy about life, which is actually very good. That will probably help her put her guard down and be more open. So with that, let's go with the last part. How will the public react to the news of Wendy's marriage? Oh, I just dropped a card. I was very happy that no one had made me drop cards, and here I go. Okay, so you have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. I put it as a question mark because when it fell, it kind of fell sideways to my view, so I don't know. I wanted to take it upright, but I ended up putting it reversed. We'll see about why. We have the Ten of Cups. So we have the Ten of Cups twice. So how will the public react to the news of Wendy getting married? Okay. on the bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Swords reversed, so that's good, I think. But we'll see. So the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles reversed tells me that most people will not even focus on Wendy's career and how her marriage will affect her career. I think most people will focus more on how that affects her personal life, if that makes sense. Or people will start talking on how the marriage will affect Wendy as a person rather than her career, which I find kind of amusing in a way, because I believe that the public sees Wendy through the lens of her work, right? I don't think, unless you're very, very, very close friends with her, or maybe not even then, I feel that it will be very hard to see Wendy anything outside of her work, because we see her as an artist, right? So I think the public will continue seeing her and treating her as an artist. So I thought it was weird that the Eight of Pentacles will come out reversed. So that tells me that a lot of people will focus more on how the marriage will affect Wendy as a person and in her life rather than her career and her work. Which, that's good, I guess, right? They're taking care of her person. But just because they're talking about that and focusing on that, it doesn't necessarily mean it's good. However, the other two cards tells me that it's actually going to be good. So during the first question that we got for Wendy, we got the Ten of Cups, that Wendy kind of wanted a marriage where she could feel comfortable emotionally, complete, satisfied, and happy, right? And this Ten of Cups appeared again in how the public will react. So that tells me that a lot of people are going to see that she got her Ten of Cups. I think people will actually react very positively to her partner, because I think it will change Wendy a little bit, in the sense that she's going to be more open, she's going to be more happy, more satisfied. And I think at least this year Wendy has been looking pretty down, or at least I feel many, don't crucify me on this one, I feel many Wendy stans have been lying to themselves, saying that Wendy's doing well. She's not doing well, so just swallow that hard pill and accept it. I think that just because she's not doing well today, right now, does not mean that she will not do well later. So, when someone's not doing well, I do think that that's when we should give that person the space to heal what they have to heal for themselves, and then they'll come back to their senses, you want to put it that way. Not come back to normal, because whatever we see normal in Wendy does not mean that that's her, if that makes sense. It's whatever Wendy ends up showing to the public. But this Ten of Cups tells me that she's going to be even more open to the public. So, okay. What I mean more open is at least show how happy she is, because she's genuinely happy, because that's what she wants in marriage. And I think that's I just hit the camera again. I think she's going to show it, and it's going to show through, and a lot of people are going to talk about how good it is that she's getting married, how happy they are that she's getting married, and that she feels fulfilled, she feels satisfied. And I think a lot of people are going to start to see the good, not necessarily the good side, but are going to start seeing and feeling happy that she's happy, if that makes sense. And then the last card that we have for how the public will react, we have the King of Cups. So that tells me that a lot of people are going to see Wendy's spouse as a person that is, in a way, the opposite of the type of wife Wendy wants to be, because we have water and then people are going to see the news as a watery king. So that tells me that a lot of people are going to see I think assume, because we saw this cards and it seems like there's still a struggle with Wendy's partner, but a lot of people are going to assume that this person's very nice, very good for her, because of how happy she is, right? I think this person, as we saw, Wendy needs an oyster, you know, put it that way. So that tells me that the person's going to be very private, very focused on just giving to Wendy, and if that's the case, then a lot of people will not really know of this person, and if they do, it's going to feel like they don't know who this person is anyway. So whoever it is, it's going to always be very hard to get into this person and understand how they are and who they are, if you want to put it that way, even if people know who this person is. So it's going to be very difficult for people to figure out Wendy's spouse. However, people are not going to see this person in a negative light because of how happy Wendy is to be with this person, and people are going to see how brightly Wendy's shining because of the happiness that this marriage is bringing to her, or at least the I was gonna say the idea of getting married, right? But just saying, I think a lot of people are going to be very, very happy to the news of her getting married, but that doesn't mean that there won't be like a couple people that will be like, but her work is gonna be affected, because I mean, we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, so there's a chance that some people will start to fear that because she got married, she's going to just leave her career, which, seeing how Wendy is so career driven, I kind of doubt it, but I mean, we'll see how that works. So yeah, we're done with Wendy. Next is Joy. And now let's get into Joy's reading. Is Joy thinking of marriage? Now, usually when I read for Joy, the cards just fly out. So all I ask is that she doesn't do that this time. My tummy is not in the state to be folding and stuff. I'm not in that. Oh, it almost falls, but it didn't. So we have the Eight of Swords. So is Joy thinking of marriage? Yes, yes, and yes. She is thinking of marriage. She didn't get 3 upright, but I feel a strong yes when she got 2 Major Arcana. So Joy is thinking of marriage, but it's kind of like yes and no in a way. Like, she's happy about it, but not really. Like, the Eight of Swords tells me that she's kind of stressed about the idea of getting married. But she sees like there's hope, right? Like, I feel that there's a lot of things that she's like, I have to work on this, and that to be married and be like that perfect wife, or whatever idea she has of an ideal marriage or being the perfect wife. I mean, I think it's her Virgo energy that it's overthinking of like all the skills that she has to learn before she is worthy enough to be a wife, right? Like, that's the self-criticism of a Virgo, right? And then we have the Empress reverse, so that tells me that she doesn't feel that she's at the skill or the level that she needs to be married, I guess. So she is thinking about marriage, and I feel like she does want to get married because we have the Magician at the end. She's looking for her magical prince, the person that can make anything happen, that sees no impossibles in anything, that is very well balanced, because the Magician has all of the things, all of the suits. So Wands, Cups, Swords, and Pentacles. So it's someone that sees no impossibles. Again, someone that has their heart chakra very open. Well, in her case, she wants to transform. She wants to be passionate and accomplish all of her desires in marriage. So, and there's hope, right? Like, this Eight of Swords tells me that she may be kind of stressed about the idea of getting married, but this little like hummingbird is giving her hope. So even though she's kind of stressing herself over getting married, there's a chance that there's something, probably that Magician, that she's like, yes, I want that partner. So yeah, she's thinking about marriage, and she is probably overthinking it to the point that she stresses herself out, actually. So yeah, she is thinking about it quite a lot. So with that, let's see. What type of spouse will Joy get? And see, what does she want? Oh, okay, easy. This is what she wants. This is what she needs. Oh, Joy got it reversed. She's selling herself short on this one, right? So here we have it. So what she wants, a firefly. She wants someone that shines. She wants someone that communicates, someone that it's maybe, even if it's a small glow, she wants it to be that glow that she loves, or she wants it to be a person that she can look at and stare for hours, but it's like a calming energy that she wants from this person. We have the air symbol, so she wants someone that is very good at communicating, someone that is also very intellectual, so someone that is constantly thinking, constantly speaking, and again, someone that is well balanced because of that Magician card. This glow, it feels very drama-ish, I guess you could say it. Like, she wants someone that walks by her and she just sees how bright they shine, and she's like, oh, that's the person, right? So I think Joy is very good at just dreaming, if you want to put it that way. But that firefly tells me that she wants someone that shines very bright, that is someone that doesn't need other light, they can make their own. So it's someone that is working hard on themselves to be better. That's what she wants. However, what will she get? She's going to get a unicorn, my guys. A unicorn. So, what is it called? Joy is aiming low to not disappoint herself, in a way. or she's looking at it from a different way, right? But that unicorn tells me that what she needs is, I mean, should we expect any less from Queen Joy? Should we? She wants someone, I mean, what she needs, it's a unicorn. Someone that is very unique, someone that has worked on themselves very hard, someone that can, I mean, similar to what we have here, someone that can shine on their own between all the darkness, but it's someone that has worked very hard on themselves, and they are so themselves that's what makes them shine. They're not trying to play any roles. They're not trying to, they're magical. It's someone that is very magical. That's what she needs. Again, we have the magician. If that's what she wants in marriage, she kind of needs that then, right? Like, if that's the type of marriage that she wants, and she needs someone that can make that possible. So I think that unicorn tells me that what she needs is not necessarily someone that shines bright and then Joy makes her own fantasy of like, oh, this is a person I'm gonna get, and this is how life is gonna be. No, she needs someone that's gonna make that idea of hers a reality, and that unicorn tells me that it's gonna be a one-of-a-kind person. So I do think that maybe Joy is unconsciously, what she needs is someone very, very specific, or someone that has gone through a very, very specific path. So probably someone that has someone that has gone through a very, 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 very hard life to become something beautiful, or someone beautiful, right? That unicorn tells me that it's someone that will fight till the bitter end for her. So, and that moon tells me that it's someone that will bring, what is it called? The moon and the stars for her. I'm gonna put it that way. I'm not too sure. So that tells me that she's gonna be with someone that's gonna be what she needs. It's someone like that. So with that, let's go on to the next part, which is the actual question. What type of spouse will Joy get? Oh, a card you split. We have the 5 of Wands reversed, the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. So the type of spouse that Joy is actually going to get is going through it, or is having difficulties. So remember how I mentioned that the unicorn was asking like what Joy needs is someone that's probably going through like a rough time. Well, yeah, it seems like she is going to end up getting someone that is going through a rough time. The 5 of Wands reverse tells me that this person does not like to fight. And what I mean by that is that there's this balanced energy of someone that that is more diplomatic. So instead of fighting things out, they will solve issues by talking them out. It's probably someone that does not like to physically fight. So what she needs is someone that will fight for her, but of course, let's not go to the punches. Let's not make it physical, right? And this person will fulfill that. This person will not physically fight with that 5 of Wands reverse. If anything, they will try to avoid fights at all cost, which I think that's what Joy needs, because I think Joy will do the fighting. So she probably needs someone that will hold her back. And this 10 of Swords tells me that this person is actually going through a very difficult time, and it's all mental. So it's all like ideas of I can't do this, life is too difficult, or you're probably overthinking a situation that is making it's physically like damaging them. Like all the stress is building up and it's making it difficult for them to go on with their normal routine or something like that, right? And this person, we have the 10 of Pentacles reversed, so that tells me that they're not there yet. So when I mean the 10 of Pentacles, I mean there's 2 10s and there's a 5. So this person's going through transformations, and maybe it's difficult for them to go through those transformations with this 5 of Wands. But this 10 of Swords and this 10 of Pentacles tells me that maybe they're having difficulties taking action, but at least they're about to end a cycle with the Swords. So they're very, very close to get rid of all those negative thoughts and move forward. And this 10 of Pentacles reverse tells me that they're not necessarily in the place where they can economically or physically support a family or provide for Joy. So that tells me that this person still has work to do. So they're not at the unicorn status yet, but they might get there. If that's what she needs, life will make sure that she gets what she needs, you know. So she will end up getting someone that right now is struggling a little bit. So maybe she's going to get someone that struggles a little bit to fight or take action. And it's probably someone that overthinks a lot. So, you know, in a way very similar to her. Because she has the 8 of Swords. But not to the extreme that it affects her physically. This person, it does. But with her, not so much. And the 10 of Pentacles reverse tells me that right now they don't feel like they can provide for her. So, just saying. Which I kind of just remember that in Joy's individual reading, we got that she didn't care. She was gonna provide for her person if it came down to it. So Joy's spouse has nothing to worry about in that case. It's okay if they're not at that 10 of Pentacles. She'll take care of it. Okay, and with that, let's get to the next question. What type of spouse or what type of wife will Joy be? Oh, we have the Star. We have the 7 of Swords. Is it the 7 of Swords? I always say the 7 of Swords, but it's the 7 of Wands. And then the 5 of Wands. That's actually very nice. In a way. So the Star tells me again that similar to Wendy, she's going... Similar enough. With Wendy, it was like... Wendy's probably struggling to believe that dreams come true. But with Joy is the opposite thing. She's going to start believing again. She got her Magician, and as a wife, she's going to be like, we're going to make everything possible, all our dreams, we're going to work for them, all of our goals, we're going to make them true. We're going to constantly work to be the happiest we can and reach the highest potential possible. Make all of our desires and goals a thing, a reality. The 7 of Wands reverse tells me that she's, as a wife, she's going to get rid of all of her thoughts and fears. So she is going to probably rely on her partner to get rid of those fears, or when she compares herself to her partner, she's going to realize that there's nothing she needs to be afraid of, because there's a chance that her spouse is going to have a lot of fears of their own, considering that 10 of Swords and that overthinking. I think Joy is going to be like, I have to man up and take action, right? I do feel that she's going to be very humanitarian with the Star card, so she's going to work very hard to provide for her partner and be there for her partner, because I do think that to be that unicorn, this spouse that Joy is going to get is going to struggle a lot to transform into that beautiful unicorn. So it will take a while, and I think Joy is okay with working with this person to be that, to be their highest potential. And that we have the 5 of Wands upright for Joy, and then we have the 5 of Wands reverse for her partner. So that tells me that, as I mentioned earlier, Joy will be the fighter in the relationship. If there's anything, some sort of injustice, some sort of that Aquarius card, some sort of injustice, some sort of disagreement, she's gonna be the one fighting. She's gonna be telling people off. She will not care to get physical. And if that's the case, her partner will have to hold her back and be like, no, stop. It doesn't matter, don't fight. So in a way, they will balance each other out, and that's what I thought would be beautiful. But on the other hand, Joy, calm down, don't get in fights. It's not worth it. And with that, let's get on with the next question. What kind of married life will Joy have with her partner? Oh, I was afraid I would get Taurus again. I was like, oh my god, again? Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Taurus card. That shows that they want those married lives will be very stable. But with Joy, we have Leo. So she wants someone that will fire her up. Someone that will make her want to move forward in life. Someone that will bring her the passion to continue working hard on her dreams. And, of course, other sorts of passions. And that it's someone that will bring her a lot of hope and optimism, happiness, childlike happiness. So someone that is genuinely very happy to be alive and so on. And here we have believe in the impossible. So maybe there's a little bit of what I said with Wendy with that Star card. So there's a chance that, but it's different. It's still different with Joy. With Joy, it feels like she wants, in her married life, she's going to feel like a power couple. She's going to feel like nothing is impossible with her partner. She's going to feel like they can work very hard to make anything come true. They can work very hard to help other people. They can work very hard to overcome their fears, because I think that her partner will balance her out in some of the things that will make this person the magician for her. So in that case, it's someone that will empower her a lot. So Joy is already Queen Joy. So all I'm saying is that after she's married, she's going to be like, I don't know, what's above a queen? Goddess Joy. Anyway, let's move on. And now let's go on to the last question. How will the public react to Joy's news of getting married? We have the 9 of Wands reversed. I think people are going to be like, we knew it. Our queen was going to get married eventually. But I think everyone's going to be crying anyway. We have the 8 of Swords reversed. So damn, another 8 of Swords. Wait. A lot of people are gonna be like, no, we're not sad, but everyone's crying in their pillows. You know, everyone is already making themselves the idea that Joy is always dating someone or taken or whatever. Some the cards just fell. Hopefully none of them fell on the ground. So that's good. So I think there'll be a wave of emotions for people. This will take people by surprise. No, it's like, it will take people by surprise, but everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, we saw it coming, we knew it was gonna happen. But I feel like there's a lot of like crying, like kind of like people like overreacting, I guess. I mean, all the Leo energy that I feel in this, in Joy's reading tells me that she likes a dramatic life, and if that's the case, it makes sense why she will attract a lot of, in a way, overdramatic people. And then we have the Fool reverse. So I think a lot of people will not want to see the good new beginning that Joy is going through, even though a lot of people say that Joy is probably dating she's always probably taken and all of that. It doesn't mean that people are going to be okay with the news that she's actually going to settle down with one person. The Eight of Swords reverse tells me that a lot of people will try to be like, no, I'm not, this doesn't affect me, it's okay, I'm fine, I'm happy for her, but in reality they're all crying to themselves like, she's taken, our queen is not our queen because she found her king and it ain't us. That kind of feeling. And that Fool reverse tells me that a lot of people are going to kind of be lying to themselves. They're going to be like saying one thing, but in reality they're going to feel the other thing, if that makes any sense. So it goes both ways. So if they're saying good things, very deep down, what they actually feel is a lot of sadness, because yes. But the other way around is that if they're saying a lot of bad things, deep inside they don't care. So mixed emotions in that sense. A lot of people are going to talk about this. I do feel a lot of people will, considering that wave of, or even if it's one or two people, it's going to be very dramatic, very emotional, very crazy. So yeah. I love how with Joy it's always very direct, to the point. Like, she ain't fooling around, guys. She just goes like, this is it, and this is it. But yeah. The Nine of Wands reverse tells me that a lot of people may start showing their true colors. Maybe. Yeah. Well, I'll leave that there. And on to the next person. And now let's get on with Yeri's reading. For me, I was like, what's the next word? I must be tired already. So then, let's see. So, is Yeri thinking about marriage? I wonder, if money's not involved, will she be thinking about marriage? Let's see. So is Yeri thinking about marriage? Oi. Oh, the cards were falling. And we have 4. Do I want to take all 4? I'll take all 4. Look, I'll take 3, and then the other one's gotta be... So is she thinking about marriage? Yes. Yeri has thought about marriage. So now that we have our answer that it's a yes, let's take the next card. I'm so glad I just took the 3. If not, I'll be like, well, maybe yes, no. So yeah, is Yeri thinking about marriage? We have the 5 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles. So yes, but I think it's the struggle. Like, I think she's thinking about marriage, but I think it's kind of difficult for her, because the other card that we had was the 3 of Swords reverse. So I think in communication wise, intellectually, so not really. Like, I don't think she's ready for marriage, or she hasn't really talked about it. But if it's about money, I do think she is okay with marriage, because we have 2 Pentacles and those are the only ones that are upright. That 4 of Pentacles tells me that she wants to marry someone that will take care of her, that will see her as her treasure, will treat her as her treasure, and will probably provide with her, because we have a dragon that is hugging the money. So that tells me that she wants someone, one of 2 things: she's a dragon hugging the money, or she wants someone that gives her all of that treasure, and in this case I mean money. And the 5 of Pentacles tells me that she may feel a little bit abandoned or left out. So maybe she has like a issue with money. Like, she wants it, but she knows it doesn't make her completely happy. Like, there's probably more that she wants. And that Knight of Swords reverse tells me that she wants someone that thinks before they do. She wants someone that is not too reckless, someone that is probably someone that wants a long time commitment thing. So no commitment issues. She does not want that. Someone that knows how to communicate properly, and again, someone that's not reckless. There's a chance that she's still healing from a broken heart because we have the Three of Swords. So if you see this card and this card, there's a chance that she went through something that made her realize that money is not all. Okay, Queen Yeri, money's not all. But there's also a chance that she has, she probably was with someone that had money and then realized that that person just kind of left her abandoned, was kind of reckless, and because of that, didn't provide for her the way that she actually wanted, right? Yeah, money gives a lot of things, but there's something that she was probably lacking, which in this case is taking action and emotional support, since there's no cups or wands. So yeah, she's thinking about marriage, but she's probably trying to heal a lot of wounds, a lot of things that were not said, or a lot of things that were left unsaid, which is the same thing. So let's move on to the next part. So the next part is, okay, what type of person or spouse does Yeri want? Okay, the type of spouse she wants and the one that she needs. So she wants a tiger. She wants someone that is powerful, unique, well-respected, kind of sneaky, yet aware, fiery. She wants someone passionate. But what does she need? She needs a turtle. Oh, she's a turtle, and that's what she needs. That's why everyone sees her as a turtle. That's what she needs. I'm kind of sad that Seulgi didn't get a bear. That means she doesn't need a bear. Anyway, so Yeri needs a turtle, not a tiger. So let's see, kind of what I'm getting. So she wants someone that is fiery, passionate, takes action, but they're like a little bit mysterious. That black moon tells me that it's someone that is very aware or very intuitive. So someone that she doesn't really have to talk to; they just know. That's kind of what she wants. But what she needs, it's a turtle. So someone that has a hard shell. So again, the mysterious side that she wants, that's what she wants. But what she actually needs is someone that knows how to protect themselves, knows how to take care of themselves on the outside, but in the inside they're actually very sweet and soft and vulnerable. So she thinks she needs someone fiery, but what she actually needs is someone watery, so someone that can work with her creative projects, someone that can communicate with her in the emotional level, someone that can feel how she feels, someone that is passionate but in a different way. It's someone that will kind of make poetry for her, or someone that will treat her as a treasure, but not just money. This is also cups, like offering cups of love, and that's what she needs. And seems like right now what she wants is not matched at all with what she needs. And unlike everybody else, she's the only one that didn't get like a spirit, mystical type of animal. So that tells me that she's still kind of grounded. Everybody else was like, I want this, I want that, and they didn't get that. So it's a joy. She's aiming too low in that case. So let's see what partner Yeri will actually get. What type of spouse will Yeri get? So I was thinking of asking, will this person be rich? But we kind of got our answer already. Probably because I was thinking of that. 1, 2. Oh. Perfect. So let's see. Someone that is very hidden. I just realized that I put all of these cards facing down before turning them. So I think it's someone that is filled with surprises. And let's hope it's not in a bad way. So we have, oh man, I just move the cards. We have the Page of Wands reversed. We have the Five of Swords reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Is it bad? Not really. So I think the Five of Swords reversed tells me that this person is cautious. This person takes things slow. This is someone that does not celebrate before they win. they celebrate afterwards. So this is someone that may be a bit slow, but they don't sing victory too early. This Page of Wands tells me that it kind of goes with being kind of slow. So this person takes a while in taking action. This Page of Wands tells me that when they get the message of taking action, like, go ahead and do it. Another dragon. So I feel that this person is very wise and very powerful. Even if she needs a turtle, she's gonna get something in between. She's gonna get a very strong, powerful reptile animal, I guess. Are dinosaurs reptiles? I mean, I was talking about dragons. They are, right? They're like giant flying lizards, right? So she needs like, she's gonna get something in between. She's gonna get someone that's very powerful, yet very sensitive with that turtle, because that's what she needs. But this Page of Wands tells me that this person is that's Sagittarius energy. Someone that likes to travel, someone that is very knowledgeable, someone that is very well off, and someone that has higher knowledge. So there's probably someone that, even if they didn't go to one of two things, they went to college, they got all of their achievements and everything, because they are okay playing the long game. So they will study, get their titles, and they're well off and respected. Or the other way around, even if they didn't get that, they studied a lot, so they're very knowledgeable and they're well respected in the area that this person works in. So this is someone that's still respected regardless of what path this person took, because it could be one of two things. It's someone that worked very hard in building their own path, to the point that a lot of people acknowledge that and respect that, as much as they took a traditional, conventional path and it still went well for them. And this Eight of Pentacles reverse tells me that this person works very hard, but they also understand what I think Yeri's learning right now, that money's not everything. I think this person likes to enjoy life, likes to relax, probably finds it maybe difficult to teach other people these lessons, but nonetheless, there's a chance that this person tries. There's a lot of knowledge that Yeri's spouse carries, and this Green Pentacles tells me that this person uses their money at their content. So this is someone that listens to their heart and says, okay, what is the best way I can use my money that will both satisfy me and it's good? Something like that, right? Wait, give me a second. Or it is someone that likes to give money to other people to help themselves out, or likes to give charity. Like, it's someone that is very genuine with their money. So they work with their money from a heart space, which could be a bit difficult for some people to grasp their head around that. Like, it feels like it is someone that sees money as just any other resource to make anything happen, but this is not someone that is like, money is all. This is more like money is just another way to get what this person wants, and it's not in a bad way, not like in a villain type of drama thing. It feels more of the money is just another flow of energy in life. So they see things differently, even though this person may find it a bit difficult to communicate that. And the only card that we're missing here is Cups. So even though they're very, what Yeri needs is someone that is very emotional in the inside, I think, again, the heart shell, that tells me that this person has it. It will just take a while to communicate that to Yeri properly. So it's gonna take a while for this person to open up to Yeri and tell her, okay, this is how I feel, this is how I am, will you still accept me? So it's difficult for this person to just open up vulnerably and be vulnerable to their partner. And with that, let's go to the next question. So, what type of spouse will Yeri be? Or wifey? What type of wife will Yeri be? If no cards come out, I'll say she doesn't want to be a wife. We have the King of Pentacles, Taurus, the Six of Cups reverse, and the Three of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so the King of Pentacles, the Taurus energy, tells me that she's going to be someone that will want to provide for her partner. She's going to be very loyal, very stable. She will be very confident with who she is. As a wife, Yeri will also be someone that is going to be very open to her partner, so communicate how she feels and everything. She's going to be very open. I do think she's going to be very honest and talk from the heart. The Six of Cups tells me that one of two things: Yeri will not have children, or she will struggle with the idea of having children. I do think that Yeri may like children, but that doesn't mean that she wants children of her own. And that could be the reason the Six of Cups is reversed, as much as there's probably a lot of childhood, inner child fears that she hasn't solved yet. And because of that, that will affect her idea of what a wife is or what a partner should be like. So let's say maybe she has some sort of abandonment issues because of that Five of Pentacles. Then that tells me that as a wife, she's going to be afraid that she will be exactly like that thing that she fears the most. The Three of Pentacles tells me that it's going to be kind of difficult for Yeri to work with her partner and balance out, because the Three of Pentacles usually means someone that is working with other people in a project, in work, in career. So it's partnership, but more in the business type of thing. So I think the only way Yeri can be comfortable with her partner is if she starts thinking of this person as a business partner before thinking of them as a lover. So yeah, I do think that this person being liking to play the long game will benefit this person a lot to win Yeri's heart, which seems to still having a lot of things to solve. And that Three of Swords reverse tells me that it's not, oh, she's free of heartbreak. It's more like she's going through it, at least in partners and stuff. So let's see, how will Yeri's married life be like? Guys, there's like 26 cards or something here, and I feel like we're getting the same ones. I don't remember which card Irene got. If it was a Leo, then we're getting the same 2 cards. So I'm just saying. Okay, we have the Sun. So it's gotta be filled with light, filled with happiness, very open. I think both Yeri and her spouse will be very open about how they feel and how things are. A lot of crown and heart chakra open-ish stuff. They're going to show who they are at face value and then go deeper within. They're going to help the other one shine very bright. They're going to help, kind of like binary stars. I think, oh damn, I took astrology. Oh no, I made that mistake. I took one class of astronomy once, and we talked about binary star systems or whatever, which is you have one star that feeds energy to the other star, and that's how they can keep going and going and going. I've never watched Star Wars, but I think Star Wars had like 2 suns or 2 moons or something. Ugh. I hope no one is like insane while I'm over here like, I said I don't watch Star Wars. Oh god. Yeah. Which one should I take? I'll take that one. I'm debating. So we have, I'll take this one and I'll take this one. I think there's a lot of things for Yeri that I'm just like, okay, let's take those cards. So we have look at the bigger picture, and then we have it's time to release negativity. So I think Yeri's married life is going to help her a lot with getting rid of all the negative energy that she has. So all of those swords reverse, and the pentacles that Yeri got for the idea she has of marriage are kind of negative. The Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles are actually not that good. Not in this case, they're not good at all because of the sword cards that she got. The Three of Swords, the Knight of Swords reversed, like those are not really good cards all combined together. So she doesn't have a good idea of marriage. So when she gets married, or when she's finally in that relationship, this person's gonna play the long game. She's going to slowly open up to this person, and all negative energy is going to be released. She's finally going to open up a little bit more, feel more confident, feel more comfortable, and that's actually kind of good. And then look at the bigger picture. I think that it's the whole idea of like Yeri will have to let go of the ideas of what she's afraid of, and the ideas of not being a good wife, or whatever issues, abandonment issues I think Yeri has. There's something about abandonment issues that I'm kind of feeling that she kind of has, and she needs to let go of. So looking at the bigger picture, it will help her finally figure out what I guess love is all about in that case. So with that, let's see, how will the public react to the news of Yeri getting married? We have Justice reversed, so I think there's gonna be mixed reactions to it. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. I hope that's not the case. And then we have the King of Wands upright. So we have Justice. I think a lot of people are going to be very unfair to Yeri, because the first thing that I got with the Queen of Cups was that I think a lot of people are gonna think that Yeri got married because she got pregnant. But I'm telling you, this person plays the long game, and there's a lot of fears that Yeri has about maybe not wanting to have children, or when the childhood wounds that she has to heal, or inner child wounds that she has to heal. So this tells me that a lot of people, the first reaction they're gonna get when they hear about the news of Yeri getting married, a lot of people sadly are going to assume that she's getting married because she's pregnant. But I really the Justice reverse tells me that that's a very unfair assumption, because I don't think Yeri's in the headspace to even risk having kids, because I don't think it feels like she doesn't feel at the level that she will want to be a wife, or like she doesn't have a good idea of what a wife should be like, and because of that she doesn't even want to make her fears a reality by being a wife. So I do think that a lot of people are going to treat it unfairly and be like, oh, everything's too fast, it's an impulsive action. We have Scorpio and Aries energy plus Libra energy, so a lot of people are going to be very unfair to her. A lot of people are just going to be saying things because they can, without thinking of the consequences of their actions. I do think that Yeri gets a lot of hate, so sadly it's not uncommon that she would just get more hate when the news comes out. I think a lot of people are just going to be throwing crap at her, saying that, again, that she's pregnant and that's why she has to get married, or a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's not fair, why is she with this person, or stuff like that. Like, I do feel that a lot of people are going to be treating her very bad in this situation, but I do feel, or I hope that, I guess that explains why Yeri needs a partner that has a hard shell. The turtle tells me that it's someone very sensitive but knows how to protect themselves from people like this. So there's a chance that this person will just kind of bring Yeri into their shell and protect her from all of these negative comments that people have to say. And because of that, marriage will actually be very good for Yeri in releasing all the negativity. Now that I think about it, one of her childhood wounds that she has to heal, or may need to heal, could be about being an artist so young. And if that's the case, well, that's gonna be kind of rough to heal if the first reaction people have is just saying all of these negative things about her when it comes out. Because that Justice card tells me that people are gonna be very unfair to Yeri when the news comes out. And if that's the case, well, that's very mean. Don't do it. Well, whatever. People can talk when it's not about them, right? So yeah, we'll leave that there. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Love and healing from my part to you, and see you on the next one. Bye.